Imagine this. You're on a date, things are going well, the conversation is flowing, and you're both having a great time. But then there's a moment, just a small one, where she looks at you a little differently. Maybe it's something you did, something subtle, something she didn't even point out. You didn't think much of it, but I guarantee she did. What if I told you that most women are quietly craving that one thing you just did, but they will never tell you? Sounds mysterious, right? Well, today I'm going to reveal exactly what that is. And trust me, once you get this, it changes everything. Let's dive in. The silent desires women keep hidden from you. When it comes to relationships, there's a lot that goes unsaid, especially from women. It's not because they don't want you to know, but because some things are so subtle, so ingrained in human interaction, that they expect you to pick up on them naturally. This unspoken language of desire often revolves around the emotional and psychological nuances that many men overlook, but which can completely change the way a woman feels about you. One of the biggest silent desires is the need for emotional security. While it might not be something she articulates openly, a woman wants to feel safe with you, not just physically but emotionally. This means being present, listening actively, and providing a space where she feels understood and respected. Women often test this emotional security in small ways, like sharing a personal story or revealing a vulnerability. Your response to these moments speaks volumes. If you show empathy and understanding, you're fulfilling one of her deepest, unspoken needs. On the other hand, if you dismiss or downplay her feelings, it can create a sense of emotional distance. Another hidden desire is the craving for validation and appreciation, but not in a superficial or over-the-top manner. Women want to feel that their efforts, their presence, and their contributions to the relationship are noticed and valued. A simple compliment on how she handled a stressful situation or acknowledging something she did for you can strengthen your bond significantly. But beyond words, your actions matter even more. Opening a door, showing consideration in daily routines, and paying attention to her mood, these seemingly small gestures are often what women crave most. They communicate that you're paying attention and that you care without her needing to ask for it. Additionally, women often desire a sense of shared growth and partnership. She doesn't just want you to be her partner in the present, she wants to know that you're committed to a shared future, even if it's just implied in your actions and mindset. Being someone who is constantly working on themselves, who is open to learning and evolving, is incredibly attractive. This shows her that you're invested in more than just the moment. You're invested in building something meaningful and lasting together. There's also the unspoken desire for moments of spontaneity and surprise. Predictability in a relationship can create comfort, but it can also lead to complacency. A woman loves when you break the routine with thoughtful surprises, a spontaneous date night, a small gift that shows you were thinking of her, or even a handwritten note. These actions reignite the excitement and keep the spark alive, reminding her that you're still putting effort into the relationship. Lastly, one of the most overlooked silent desires is the need for emotional intelligence. Women want a man who can read between the lines, who can sense when something is off without having to be told directly. This doesn't mean you need to be a mind reader, but being attuned to her emotions and understanding when she needs support, space, or comfort without prompting is a powerful way to show you care. This emotional intuition is what truly sets great relationships apart from average ones. By understanding and responding to these silent desires, you can strengthen your connection in ways that go beyond words. The key is to be present, attentive, and emotionally available, showing that you're not just there physically, but that you're invested in understanding her deeper, often unspoken, needs. Why this simple gesture melts her heart. It's often the smallest actions that have the biggest impact in relationships. While grand gestures and extravagant gifts are nice, they don't hold the same lasting power as those subtle everyday things that truly show someone you care. For women, there's one simple gesture that stands out above the rest, one that, when done sincerely, can melt her heart and strengthen your connection in ways that are deeper than you might imagine. This gesture is attentiveness. It's the act of being fully present in the moment with her, showing that you're not just physically there, but emotionally and mentally tuned into her. Think about it. In a world full of distractions, phones, work, stress, and obligations, offering your undivided attention has become something rare and incredibly valuable. When you actively listen to her, put your phone away, and make eye contact during conversations, you're sending a message that she is your priority in that moment. This makes her feel seen, valued, and respected. That simple act of attentiveness can break down walls of emotional distance, allowing for a deeper bond to form between the two of you. But why is this gesture so powerful? It taps into a core human need, the need to feel understood. For women, emotional connection is a critical part of feeling close to someone. When you take the time to truly listen, without interrupting or offering solutions unless asked, you're showing her that you're invested in who she is and what she has to say. This is particularly important during vulnerable moments when she may be sharing something that matters deeply to her. In these moments, your ability to listen and be present tells her that you are someone she can trust with her thoughts and emotions, which strengthens the emotional intimacy between you. Another reason why attentiveness is so impactful is that it's often unexpected. In the hustle of daily life, people tend to be on autopilot, juggling multiple tasks at once. Women, in particular, are often multitasking, managing their personal and professional lives while keeping an eye on everything around them. So, when you offer her your full attention, even in small moments like asking how her day went or listening to her talk about something she enjoys, it stands out as an act of care. It's a signal that for you, she's worth pausing for, that she deserves your time and focus. This can be incredibly heartwarming because it shows a level of respect and appreciation that isn't always explicitly stated. Furthermore, attentiveness is a gesture that is universal. It transcends cultural and social differences because it speaks to a basic human desire for connection. For women, it is not always about what you do or say, but how you make them feel. When she feels truly heard and acknowledged, it fosters an emotional closeness that words alone cannot create. This simple gesture can turn ordinary moments into meaningful ones, as it gives her a sense of being cherished, understood, and valued, which are crucial components of any strong relationship. Attentiveness also opens the door to empathy, another critical part of making her feel emotionally connected. When you listen carefully, you're more likely to pick up on the things she's not saying explicitly, the emotions behind her words. This allows you to respond with empathy, which deepens the connection even further. For instance, if she's telling you about a difficult day, simply acknowledging her feelings rather than trying to fix the problem can be incredibly comforting. She doesn't always need solutions. She often just needs to know that you understand where she's coming from. This empathy, combined with your attentiveness, creates a safe emotional space where she feels free to express herself fully. Finally, the beauty of this gesture lies in its simplicity. You don't need to be overly dramatic or do something extravagant to show her how much you care. Just being there, fully present and engaged, is enough. It's easy to overlook how powerful small, everyday moments can be in a relationship, but it's these moments that build trust, affection, and emotional intimacy over time. And for many women, these are the moments that truly make her feel loved. In a world that's constantly pulling your attention in 1,000 different directions, the ability to focus on her just for a few minutes can melt her heart in ways you might not expect. It's not about saying the right thing or doing the right thing all the time. It's about being there in the moment, showing her that in a world full of noise, she has your full attention. And that, more than anything else, is what makes her feel truly special. Unlocking the unspoken language of attraction. Attraction is often thought of as something that can be defined by physical appearance, charm, or chemistry, but in reality, it runs much deeper than that. Women especially are wired to pick up on subtle, non-verbal cues, those little things that are often overlooked by men but can make all the difference in how a woman perceives and responds to you. Understanding the unspoken language of attraction is crucial if you want to create a lasting and meaningful connection, because it taps into emotional and psychological levels that go far beyond what words alone can achieve. One of the most important elements of this unspoken language is body language. A woman can instantly gauge your confidence, interest, and intentions by how you carry yourself. For example, standing tall with open body posture, making consistent but not overbearing eye contact, and offering a genuine smile can send powerful signals of confidence and approachability. On the flip side, slouched shoulders, crossed arms, or constantly checking your phone can communicate disinterest or insecurity. The way you use your body without saying a word speaks volumes, and women are highly attuned to these non-verbal cues, often interpreting them instinctively. Another aspect of the unspoken language of attraction is your ability to make her feel safe and comfortable in your presence. Women are naturally drawn to men who exude calmness, reliability, and emotional stability. If you can project an energy that is both confident and composed, she will be more inclined to feel at ease around you. This doesn't mean you have to be stoic or distant. It means showing that you can handle situations with poise and that you aren't easily rattled. For instance, when you're out on a date and something unexpected happens, like a minor inconvenience or a change of plans, your reaction can either increase her sense of comfort or erode it. If you remain composed and handle things with a sense of calm assurance, she'll naturally feel safer with you, which is a key factor in attraction. Humor is another powerful tool in this unspoken dynamic. It's not just about telling jokes or being funny, it's about how you use humor to create a connection. Light teasing, playful banter, and shared laughter can build an instant bond that words alone might not. Laughter is a universal signal of comfort and enjoyment, and when you can make her laugh, you're not just entertaining her, you're breaking down walls of formality and creating a sense of shared experience. But it's important to balance humor with sincerity. A man who can shift between being playful and being genuinely present when the moment calls for it is far more attractive than someone who relies on humor to mask insecurities or avoid deeper conversations. Physical touch, when done appropriately, is another critical part of the unspoken language of attraction. It's one of the most direct ways to communicate interest and build intimacy without saying a word. A light touch on her arm during a conversation, offering your hand as you walk, or even guiding her through a door can convey warmth and protectiveness. However, the key here is to be mindful and respectful of boundaries. Subtle, well-timed touches can enhance the connection, but they should never feel forced or overbearing. Women are highly sensitive to the nuances of physical touch, and when it's done right, it can deepen the attraction in ways that words simply cannot. Tone of voice also plays an essential role in the unspoken dynamics of attraction. The way you speak, whether it's your pace, pitch, or inflection, can influence how a woman feels around you. A calm, steady tone of voice communicates confidence and maturity, while a fluctuating or rushed tone can make you seem anxious or uncertain. Women tend to respond more positively to a voice that is relaxed and easy to listen to, as it subconsciously signals that you are in control of yourself and the situation. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it, and mastering this aspect of communication can dramatically affect the level of attraction she feels towards you. Lastly, emotional intelligence is perhaps the most underrated aspect of the unspoken language of attraction. Women are deeply drawn to men who can read the room, pick up on their emotional state, and respond appropriately. This means being able to sense when she's feeling down, excited, or nervous, and adjusting your behavior accordingly. Emotional intelligence shows that you are attuned to her needs and feelings without her having to spell them out for you. This can be incredibly attractive because it signals that you are someone who will not only be there physically, but will also be emotionally present in the relationship. In the end, unlocking the unspoken language of attraction is about becoming more aware of the subtle signals you are constantly sending out and tuning in to the ones she's giving back. Women are incredibly perceptive when it comes to these unspoken cues, and mastering this form of communication allows you to connect with her on a deeper level. It's about more than just what you say. It's how you carry yourself, how you make her feel, and how well you can navigate the unspoken nuances that define human connection. Once you become skilled in this language, you'll find that attraction becomes a natural, effortless process, one that goes far beyond words. What women wish you knew without saying a word. There's a powerful aspect of communication in relationships that often goes unnoticed. The things women wish you understood without them having to explicitly say it. This isn't about mind reading or guessing games. Rather, it's about tuning into the deeper emotional currents that are constantly present in your interactions. Women often communicate their needs, desires, and feelings through subtle cues, and being able to pick up on these signals can transform your relationship from just functional to deeply fulfilling. The truth is, a woman doesn't always want to spell everything out for you. She wants you to intuitively understand her in ways that words alone can't capture. One of the most fundamental things women wish you knew is how much emotional reassurance means to them. While she may not directly ask for it, women often crave a sense of security in the relationship. This doesn't necessarily mean grand declarations of love, but rather consistent, smaller actions that reaffirm your commitment and presence. For example, checking in with her throughout the day, giving her a genuine compliment, or showing affection in small, thoughtful ways can provide her with the emotional reassurance that she is valued and cherished. Even a simple, "I've got your back" during a stressful time can work wonders. Women often carry a lot of emotional weight, and knowing that you are there to support her without her having to ask creates a deep sense of safety and trust. Another thing women wish men understood is the importance of empathy. When she shares her thoughts or feelings, she's not always looking for a solution. Sometimes she just wants to be heard and understood. Offering empathy without immediately jumping into fix-it mode is one of the most valuable things you can do. Acknowledging her emotions, even if you don't entirely agree or understand why she feels a certain way, shows that you respect her experience and are there for her on an emotional level. For instance, if she's had a tough day at work and is venting, instead of offering advice, simply saying, "I can see how frustrating that must have been," validates her feelings. This kind of response strengthens emotional intimacy, which is crucial to a woman feeling connected to you. Another silent expectation many women have is the desire for shared emotional labor. Women often take on a significant amount of the invisible tasks that keep a relationship or household running smoothly, such as remembering important dates, organizing events, or managing the emotional well-being of those around her. What she might not tell you outright, but wishes you would pick up on, is that she wants you to share this load. Noticing when things need to be done, without her having to remind you, is a game changer. Whether it's taking initiative on planning a date, stepping in to help when she seems overwhelmed, or simply handling tasks that are usually her responsibility, these actions demonstrate that you see her effort and that you're willing to be an equal partner in the relationship. This takes some of the mental load off her shoulders and makes her feel truly supported. Women also wish men knew how much they appreciate small, thoughtful gestures that show you're thinking of them. It's not about extravagant gifts or grand romantic gestures, but the little things that remind her you care. Something as simple as making her favorite meal, sending a sweet text during the day, or remembering a detail from a previous conversation can have a huge impact. These small acts of kindness signal that you're paying attention and that you value her happiness. Women notice when you put in effort to brighten their day in ways that are personal and meaningful to them, even if they never directly ask for these things. Another unspoken desire is for emotional presence during difficult times. Women often look to their partners for emotional support, especially when they are going through something challenging. This might not always come in the form of a direct plea for help, but rather through subtle signs, like withdrawing a little more than usual or seeming quieter than normal. In these moments, she may want you to reach out and ask how she's feeling, offering your support without being asked. Sometimes, just sitting with her in silence, offering a comforting presence without needing to fix the situation, can mean more than words. Women appreciate a partner who can sense when they need emotional support and who shows up in those moments, offering comfort in their own unique way. Finally, women often wish men understood the importance of growth in a relationship. A woman desires to see that her partner is committed to evolving both individually and together. This might be through personal development, such as improving communication skills, being open to new experiences, or simply showing a willingness to work on the relationship. She may not always say it directly, but knowing that you're both invested in growing and becoming better versions of yourselves is incredibly attractive to her. It reassures her that the relationship has long-term potential and that you are willing to adapt and improve as life changes. In the end, what women wish you knew without saying a word is rooted in emotional awareness and attentiveness. It's about noticing the little things, the way she reacts to certain situations, her body language when she's upset, or the subtle shifts in her mood. Being able to read these cues and respond with empathy, care, and attentiveness is what truly deepens a relationship. Women want to feel that their emotional needs are understood without having to always verbalize them. And when you can pick up on these unspoken desires, you create a bond that goes far beyond surface-level interactions. It's about becoming attuned to the emotional heartbeat of your relationship and showing her through your actions that you're fully present, fully engaged, and fully committed. As we've explored today, it's the small, everyday actions that have the power to create a lasting impact in any relationship. These aren't grand, flashy gestures, but the genuine, thoughtful moments that show her how much she truly means to you. By being present, consistent, and attentive, you can deepen your connection and build a bond that's grounded in trust, respect, and love. Remember, it's not about doing more. It's about doing the right things that make her feel valued every single day. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope these insights help you nurture and strengthen the most important relationships in your life. See you in the next video.